I want to know a little bit more about your personal journey.
Yeah.
You came here as an undocumented immigrant, and now you're a citizen. Can you tell us about that journey? What was it like for you, as a kid, and then what was it like for you when you got your citizenship?
Yeah, gracias, man. Thank you so much. And a big shout out to all the dreamers watching this right now.
Yes.
Todos los inmigrantes, un saludo. Fuerza, ánimo, no se dé por vencidos, Yeah, Ocotlán, Jalisco, Mexico is where I was born. Brought over to Southern California, Santa Ana, California, when I was 5. With the same line that most kids are brought over. Mijo, vamos a ir a California so you can go meet Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
Yeah, the only mouse I met was the one living in the garage with us. But we're living there in my uncle's garage, and we're extremely poor at the time, but I didn't realize that because we're rich in what really matters in life, which is family unity, in hope and in faith that if you work hard enough in this country, great things will happen to you. But yeah, that was a journey, and I was undocumented for most of my life until my dad was able to get a green card due to the fact that he worked in the fields, right? Trabajó en lo que es la pizca, etc. Y at that time, they did a reforma migratoria with Reagan in that era where people could get a green card if you worked in the fields because they were being mistreated, etc.
Right.
So my dad was able to get me a green card that way. Amen. But, growing up in Southern California, experienced racism, unfortunately, discrimination. And I just want to leave you guys with this because I'm sure if you're experiencing that, the last thing we want to do is separate ourselves.
Right.
Us versus them, because that's not going to help anybody out. Nope. As much anger as we may have by the way they're treating us and our families. I remember when we moved over away from my uncle's house, we went into the suburbs, and there's a lot of community of white people. And I remember I was like 9. I went out. It was summertime. I was like, I want to go play, meet my new friends. And it was a bunch of white kids. They were playing with like a slip and slide. And I'm like, I've never seen one of these except like on Nickelodeon. Yeah. It's real. And I remember I wanted to play with them. And they said, they're like, are you a Are you a And I was like, I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know what that means.
It's a slur, a racial slur. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. So they got the hose and they got my back wet.
No.
And they're like, oh yeah, now you're a
That's horrible.
And I didn't understand that. And obviously I found out what that meant and I told my parents about it. Y mi mamá y papá dijeron, ¿sabes qué? Invítalos a la casa a comer. Invite those kids over to eat at our house.
Wow. And what happened?
And I was like, no. Like, they're making fun of me, you know? And they're like, do it. Long story short, those guys are not my friends. Their families were coming over, their entire families, partying at our carne asadas, our primeras comuniones, quinceañeras.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, me too.
It could have been so easy, and I thank my parents for this, to have been like us versus them. A la fregada con estos gringos.
Beautiful.
Right. We're like, hey, hold up. You don't even know our culture. You don't even know our
And they love carne asada every weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
You're coming over.
Well, that story, I mean, thank you for sharing that. I barely ever get too emotional on the show. You are bringing me to the verge of tears.
Thank you, man.
Because forgiveness is the most powerful thing that you could possibly do. So
we say it a lot, right? On social media, right? Love can conquer all.
But do you think that upbringing helped you? Because you're always giving all these, like you did now, I felt, you're always giving these nuggets of wisdom online. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it because of your upbringing? Is it because you're very religious? Like, where does that come from?
It comes from a lot of things, right? First and foremost, from my faith in God and my relationship that I have and with God and reading His Word and His promises. And I think that's important, right? I think if you follow anybody's life, regardless of your belief, Jesus Christ lived a life of love and forgiveness and ultimate sacrifice. And to me, that's beautiful. Second of all, it's my parents and my upbringing. And third of all, I have an amazing wife that has that as an example every day. Y también ahora.
She has an amazing husband.
Thank you, amor.
Yeah.
We got to be an example for my daughter.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She's watching now.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's the reason why I do this. And I feel like you and us, we're blessed with a platform like this.
Yeah.
To be able to connect with so many people. And it's like, yeah, we have fun, we have a good time, but whenever we get a chance, if we can motivate or inspire, let's do that, because that's going to have impact on generations.
Yeah, man.
To come.